Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome to a new video. I am insanely grateful today to be able to bring you this. This is my first ever time I've been invited to a press launch. It might be my last, so I'm gonna make the most of this. And today I am joined by the just majestically, fantastically, wonderful, brilliant GR Yaris by Toyota. I love this car. I can't even pretend. I just can't even put the yes, we'll find out whether this is any good today in today's video. This thing's just brilliant. From the top to the bottom, inside and out. This car is just brilliant. I want to go for a drive with you because I've been getting to grips with it for a little while. I'm also just taking a moment just to embrace this second of life right now. This is amazing. This is one of the most important cars to come out from any manufacturer in a very long time, in my opinion. And I'll tell you why inside the car when we're driving it around. But for now, let's have a little wander around. Let's have a look at the car so you can get a real up close look, because the last time we saw this on my channel anyway was the car was all in its camo graphics because it was still in prototype mode. This is the final form. This is the road car that you will be receiving if you place an order for one. This is fantastic. I love it so much. So what we have here is this fully reworked, completely original car by Gazoo Racing. Got a very interesting story which you need to go and check out in the video. I think it'll be in that corner. Go check that out. But for now, let's have a look around this beast. I think it's best for me just to walk around and do what I normally do. I'd love to do some big fancy video, but it's just little old me with my cameras. They're not the best. So we're just going to do my best, and I hope people will enjoy this video. Before we jump in and go for a drive, which I have been doing for a little while now, I wanted to have a look around and appreciate the aesthetics of this vehicle, because this is a homologation, sorry, I cannot say that word, vehicle. So this is pure and based off of the race car. It shares a lot of the similarities and a lot of characteristics to the actual rally car that this car is based off of. You've got the big wide arches front and rear, the huge grille on the front to absorb as well, to suck in as much air as physically possible. Wide arches is absolutely amazing. The beautiful headlight design as well. I'm a real fan of the headlight designs on modern cars. I love this one. The design inside there, crystal beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely love it. How wide this car is. Oh, it's so cool. I can't believe a manufacturer is bringing this out. You've got the big wide arches again. I'm just bringing this attention to this with the aerodynamics on the bodywork all working to keep the downforce of the car all in check. Around the back, shall we? Look at this thing. Look at this car. Sorry, I wanted to do like a real well written out video, and instead of just nattering along like a moron. Look at how sick. Look at how cool. Look at how chunky this car is. Absolutely ridiculous. You've got dual exhaust on the back, the little diffuser in there as well in the bodywork. Stunning. Absolutely amazing. But are we finished there on the aesthetics? No. These wheels are actually based off of the design of a samurai sword. Incredible. We then have up here, yeah, you see that too? Carbon fiber roof, baby. Colour that I'm actually out in, there are a range of colours you can get these in, but the colour I'm in is this beautiful deep cherry red metallic paint job. It's amazing. You've got the big calipers on the rear and even bigger calipers on the front. Look at these discs as well. Amazing. So the car we're looking at here is the circuit pack. This is the one that I personally would buy if I was going to go for one, but we'll get more into the details of all the spec up in that top corner. Today this is a first drive, a real get into grips with the actual production model car. Let's go and enjoy it, shall we? Welcome to probably what I would class as the single coolest thing I have ever been asked to do because I have a YouTube channel. So I'm going to quickly throw you back to December 2019, before life changed drastically from the norm. My norm got changed by Toyota. They invited me out to Portugal to have a go in their, it was basically a concept car, still a prototype, their GR Yaris, the Gazoo Racing Yaris. A homologation, so bad with that word, man. Basically a race car for the road. Say the H word. Homologation. They invited me out to Portugal to have a go in this car, and it was amazing. I had an insanely fun time. Fast forward through 2020, one of the most bizarre years ever. And here I am again, back in another one. But this time I'm actually on one of their proper press days. This is the first ever press day I've ever been invited on. So first of all, I have to, oh my God, where are you going? Oh, I love this little car. So I need to first say to my subscribers out there, to my regular viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. This is going to be probably the most professional video I do, but obviously you know me. It's not, I don't think Toyota really know what they've got something to inviting me here. I am definitely no professional videographer or anything, but we're going to try and be clear, concise, honest, and just take in the experience of this day. I've only just left their headquarters where I picked the car up from. They've been insanely professional with all these COVID measures, to the point where I, feel probably cleaner coming out of there than they did going in. I am in my metallic red GR Yaris. I got the choice of colours. I chose the red because I think it looks the best. Not on a drive. I've got the car for a few hours, and today this could be a long video, so get your substances ready. We're gonna go in. I'm not gonna be shy today. I'm not gonna be limiting this to a 10-minute or whatever. This is gonna be a real adventure. I'm gonna natter a lot, and it's gonna be one of those. But trust me, this car deserves that. I'm gonna get used to it a little bit more, but I wanted to just say I'm gonna do my absolute best to be honest and concise and everything you'd expect from a YouTuber that you may have watched over time. If you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and show this video some love, and who knows, maybe Toyota will invite me out on more really cool stuff. Like, I feel I have to just break YouTube character for a moment and just say I feel so honoured, and I feel so appreciative that Toyota have even given me this chance. I feel like they've really taken a risk on me, because I'm not their typical YouTuber. I am not their clean, friendly YouTuber, and I'm so grateful that they've reached out and they've put me on a proper press day, dude. There's journalists I follow on Twitter, in magazines, on big websites, sat next to me in the briefing, and I'm just there like picking my nose like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. I'm gonna get used to the car a little bit more. I'm gonna be open and honest. I come away from the Portugal trip wanting one of these vehicles. I was like, I wonder if I can afford one. At this current point in time, with the way the world is, I cannot, but it does not write off the future. And I have to say, well, I've been in the car 20 minutes. You're gonna have to stay tuned. You're gonna have to stay tuned. Hang on, it's straight, hang on. Yeah, I won't tell you if I like it or not yet, because you need to watch the rest of the video. But I'm gonna get used to the car a little bit more. I'm gonna change a few of the settings. I'm gonna play around with it. So I've got a little while today. Man, this is the best day ever. I can't believe they've invited me through the interior first. It's big. For a little car, you got a lot of space. The dashboard is beautiful. Still got dials. We've got proper dials, baby. None of that digital stuff. Proper dials, which is what I want. We've got a fantastic size steering wheel as well. This is perfect. This is, oh my God, we're going down a track lane. Wow, this car is fast, dude. It's very nice. I've got my phone linked up, so I'm using Apple Play for the sat nav and stuff like that. All of that. I'm not even gonna turn the radio on though. I don't care about that today. I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm sorry, Toyota. I don't care about all the bells and whistles, like radios and stuff. This to me is one of the most important cars that I can think of to come out in recent years. The fact that this is in a world of bland, boring, beige vehicles, we're being given a car that has been commissioned from the top boss of the company, the Mac Daddy, the guy that makes all the decisions. He found the best engineers that he could find, and he gave them a blank checkbook and just said, go build us the best car we can physically make, because they wanted to win races, they want to win rallies, and for them to be able to do that, they have to homologate. I think I said the word right. I think I said that right. Homologate the car. So for them to make this road car and have the homologation badge on it, it means it shares a lot of similarities with the race car. So really, this is the closest thing to a race car you're going to buy from the Toyota lineup. This is a ground up build like we discussed on the previous GR Yaris video. So if you want more of the technical data, more of the actual information of how this thing works, go and check that out, because I've done one of those videos already. What this is going to be is all about my first drive, first experience with this thing on the road in the final form of the car. The previous one I drove was a prototype. And so far I think I'm in love. But we're not going to get too far ahead of myself, Adam. I feel like I'm in that honeymoon period with a girl, you know, when you like don't know if she's nuts or not yet, and you're like, oh yeah, this is super dope. Or 3% girls out there that are watching when you've met a lad and he might be an absolute psychopath, but you don't know that yet because you're in the honeymoon period. So right now, me and this car are still in the early days in the honeymoon period. If it stays like this and this feeling keeps happening, we're gonna be a long timer, I think, which is great. What I want to talk to you about now, real quick, before we get to the destination, which I've missed the turning for. Oh baby, but I found a straight road. We need somewhere to turn around so I can go the correct way. I want to talk to you about this IMT, the intelligent manual transmission this car has got. Basically it's rev matching. What it does is it matches the revs on the engine for it to be ultimate maximum performance and for safety for the engine when you're ragging it, basically on the downshift. I'm gonna demonstrate it now. I'm approaching a corner. I'm not gonna press the accelerator. Can you hear that? The car does it itself. Now, boys and girls, your other half, whoever that may be, girls, I know there's 3% of you out there still. I checked the stats. You want to show off, and this really does allow you to show off, because you could just be like, yeah, I'm definitely doing all of this. It makes you feel like a race driver, man, and for a little car like this to be able to do that, it's so fun. And your other half want to be sat there like, wow, I'm definitely doing something that super knows what they're doing, man. You'll all be boinking if you press the fun button down there that night, guaranteed. That is so much fun. I love it. That is so good. Dude, this car is freaking awesome, man. Oh, yeah, IMT, I like you. You are the fun button, but you can go back off for now, because I think we can get in trouble with that button. So we'll turn that off, just for now. Woo! How good this car is around corners. So it is it's an active four-wheel drive system. I currently have it set in the normal mode, which is 60-40 split. They come in 3 modes. So you got the 60-40, 70-30, or the 50-50. So it's basically a drift car as well. It's a well-rounded package, and you can tell everybody you've got a split diff 70-30, which is sick. Can't believe it. This is insane. I feel so honoured that they picked me. I don't know what to say. Guys, all of these weirdos out on their push bikes, what's wrong with you? How can you enjoy that hobby? Gooch, not her. So I've just driven on the route that we've been given up to Devil's we'll call it pike. We can't say the actual word on YouTube or they will demonetize my video. Devil's Pike, we'll call it. And it's a very singular track road, and I've had to go back and forth because we're doing some photos for the car, etc. And I found another positive to this whip. I found another fantastic thing this car gives you without even doing anything. It gives you a present. Cyclists hate it. They give you that disapproving, arrogant head shake. Ooh, I'm in Lycra. Ooh. They give you one of them. And the fact that this car manages to wind up those horrible cretins of human beings that still ride push bikes in the cold gets a thumbs up from me. And the reason that they hate it is because it's got the big chunky arches. It's got that every time you change gear. It has everything that an eco warrior hates, even when you're driving it normally. And I feel like if a car does that, you know you're onto a winner. You know you're in a bit of an Asbo car. But yes, it's a little bit Asbo. It's got the big fat chunky arches. Toyota have managed to make this car look hard without it looking tacky. They've managed to keep class with it. They've managed to keep the car not looking like it's been driven through a very cheaply named tuning store. They haven't made the interior disgusting. It's classy. It is a nice place to be. I'm very comfortable in this car. Very comfortable. I really, really like this thing. The fact that it gets on the nerves of those lycra wearing weebs, absolute winner. Good little car, GR Yaris. You're a good little car. I need to find somewhere to park up to show you guys around this wonderful little machine. Okay, let's do it. Fuel economy, 34.3 combined. That's a lot for a car that is a hooner. I mean, yeah, I'm allowed to, obviously. Top speed, 143 miles an hour. When are you ever going to do that, apart from on the Autobahn, when you absolutely will take this on road trips, because it's so fantastic. 0 to 62. I guess that's 0 to 100 kilometers. 5.5 seconds. So let's say 5.3 for 0 to 60. 5.4. Pretty good. That's very good. That's very, really good. It feels it as well. Insurance group, TPC. Emissions, no one cares. VED, I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Cool, huh? So I need to talk you through this circuit pack. The circuit pack is the car I'm currently in. This is like, they're all different options, so there's not specifically a top of the line one. You just kind of pick which one you want. The circuit pack comes with front and rear torsion limited slip diff. You get a dual LSD in this car, front and rear. Now, to me, that is the most integral part. If I would only be buying one of these cars if I wanted to drive them. Like, why would you? Yeah, you know, so this is why I keep saying I would go for this one. So you got the front and rear torsion LSD. You got red, the big calipers, basically the red sports calipers. 18-inch BBS forged alloy wheels, 10-spoke, and they come with the Pilot Sport 4S tires, which are outstanding tires. Outstanding tires. And the suspension is also GR tuned. Yeah, it's a GR circuit tuned suspension, so it just makes it a bit more sturdy for the track. This is the one I'd have. This is the one I might have. I haven't bought one yet. This is the only new car I would buy. I've never been interested by new cars, but this is it. This is amazing. Shall we have a little look around this cockpit while we're sat in here doing not a whole lot? Let me move my sunglasses. A handy little pocket there as well. Okay, so as we're sat in the vehicle, this is what I see. I've got the key in my pocket, we've got the push start just there, clutch in, brake on, away she goes. So we can see what the dials look like. This is such a small thing, but I love that they are real dials, not digital. They're real dials. I don't know why that means so much to me, but it does. We've got all of the gadgets you'll ever need on this steering wheel. Now, as we know, with everything, the men in charge, not at the car companies, but in charge of the roads that think they know best, they ruin everything. So unfortunately, they have to have this lane assist thing on, but simply hold that, and that goes away straight away. Thank you, Toyota. Love how easy that was. We've got down here, the fun button. That is the fun button right there. That is the even more fun button, but we're not going to be pressing that. And then obviously we're going to press that because that auto starts awful. A little badge just to remind you that this is a homologated race car, basically. So these cars are all homologated. I think I'm saying the word right. One thing to me as a driver, and I do consider myself a driver, I use cars for my fun. I'm obsessed with cars. Everything I do circulates around cars. The steering wheel in this vehicle is the perfect size. The perfect size. And not just that, the leather and the softness and the thickness that they use, perfect. And I'm not overusing that word here. It's perfect. The visuals you get is, for what is a compact car, you still have great vision, big mirrors, and look at the chunky arches that you can see. Let me zoom in, just down there. Big, chunky arches, always reminding you that you are not in a regular Yaris, baby. You've got all of the boring stuff like the climate control, but it looks amazing, very clean, very simple. You've got the split climate as well if you need it. You've got the charge ports. Let's go through this little button here. If we can get that in focus, this is how we operate the diffs. There's 3 operation modes: 60/40, which we're in right now; 70/30, which is basically a drift mode because it puts 70% to the rear; and then you've got the 50/50 setting, which is race. When you put it in the race, all the dials up there go red. Look, that's normal, and then we put it in normal mode, but we're going to put it there for later. Also got, obviously, the dials, because obviously they want these cars to be used, and it's really, really cool. Like, so as you can see, I've been driving enthusiastically, and we're getting, oh, I forgot it was touchscreen. I'm not used to new cars, but we've obviously got, here we go, the miles per gallon, etc. that we're doing. I think I'm averaging about 20 mpg, but we are doing a lot of pulls for the first, and you know, all that sort of malarkey. Combined, it's normally 35 miles per gallon when they're not being driven like I'm driving it. But the most important thing before we run off, price. You can have one of these for a 10% deposit under £300 a month. It's so cheap. It's so cheap. And if you just want to go and buy one outright, the car I'm in if you want to buy one outright, the car I'm in right now is £33,495 for a rally car, just with an interior. And it's a nice interior too. Look at these seats. Let me get out. GR seats are super comfortable, very hugging, very sport-like. As you can see, the dash just over here as well. I love the position. It's a raised position for the shifter, so it's a really comfortable, really easily accessible shifter. Wow, this is some car. This is some car. Now, other than the fact that I just feel super honoured to be able to do this, like, I have to keep reiterating that. I am a nobody in this car world, right? And Toyota allow me to do this. I don't speak the most eloquently. I'm not exactly a real journalist. I'm not. I'm just a guy that has a real passion for cars. I'm just a guy that has a real passion for cars, and hopefully that will come across in this video. Let's go drive this thing, shall we? Let's go. I've had a good few hours in this car now. I love it. I love it. The way these diffs pull you out of a corner. So pinpoint accurate and lively, and it just, like I was saying, I feel like a lot of modern cars have lost their soul. They've lost their flavour. They've lost their magic. They've lost cars that give them a brand identity. You know, back in the 90s and the mid 2000s, you get in a old Celica GT4, you know you're in a Toyota. You get in an Integra Type R, you know you're in a Type R. That feeling, the buzz you get when you're in this, you feel like you are in a GR Yaris. You feel like you are part of the GR racing team. And with such a heritage already to them, they're transitioning that over from their racing and their championships that they're winning into a a race car for the road with the homologation. I can't say that fucking word. Matt!
Hello mate, everything alright?
Everything is perfect, my friend, but I cannot remember how to pronounce a word, and it's doing my head in. How do you say the word? It says it's from a race car.
Homologation.
Homologation. Oh my god, man, I've been chewing on this word all day. But it means so much to someone like myself, who is a potential buyer. I feel like I am one of their potential audiences, one of their potential buyers. I'm in that bracket. And I feel like this would definitely be a car that I would buy if I could afford it. It gives you them chills. It makes you, it's so good. It's so good. Finally, there's a car with some magic that doesn't cost £150,000. Costs 32.5 grand for the circuit pack. This is magic. This is magic. There should be more track. Oh, mate. As you come out of a corner, you can just stick it on. The tyres, the tip, and the four-wheel drive system just pulls you through. Oh, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. I love the driving position too. Everything is perfect. But one little thing, and I always have to pick some bolts, yeah? I just wish, and this is the most non-complaint of a complaint ever, but the way the dashboard is, I just wish the sat nav, the big screen here, I wish it was twisted slightly more towards me. I feel like it's slightly just not in my vision, which is fine, like, because if I had this car, I wouldn't be messing around with that so much. But like as today, I'm using the sat nav like off my phone. It's just slightly pointed away. Like I wish it would slightly, maybe like 20 degrees more towards me. But that's all that matters. That's the only thing I can say. And if that is the only thing that I can mention that I would change in this whole vehicle, speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? What a machine! What a machine! I'd love to be able to say, I wish I could take it out on track. I have taken one of these out on track, and they're phenomenal. And it was a wet track day as well. This is a car that you, if you have the money to, you could use this all year round on track. You could use this as an all year round car and not have to worry like, oh, it'll understeer or it'll overspin. You will literally be able to play with this car in all weather conditions, on circuit, on the road. I really want one. If you can't tell, like, I'm trying my absolute hardest to not say, oh, I'm gonna sell a car, buy one, but like, I would love this car. I loved it the first time I drove it. I love it even more now. This production version is even better than the one that I drove. That guy in a Porsche, I'm not even jealous. I'm sat here in this Yaris. I'm in a Toyota Yaris and I feel like the king of the road. That's how good this car is. It's just, it is definitely a unique car, and God, I'm so grateful Toyota are still crazy. I'm so glad that they are crazy. I'm so glad that they are. I'm so glad that they are the company that they are. I am just so glad Toyota are the company that they are. They have a president that will not accept no for an answer when it comes to this. He wanted an enthusiast built car for the enthusiasts, and here it is. I am very excited for the GR line to carry on, for Gazoo Racing to have their way more with more homologation. God! So this is a proper homologation car. This is a proper homologation car. This is, if you think of all of your dream cars when you were growing up, just think of some of them now. The chances are they were true homologation cars. I'm so glad I got that word down. Nailed it! And this is where I come from with these new cars. They're not homologation cars. They're just cars that they've spiced up a little bit. They're just cars they've spiced up. They've put a lip kit on it, they've chucked a special badge on and thrown it out the door for another 10 grand. They might have done a limited edition colour, so you think you got something special. This is special. This is homologated. This is all because of a rally car, that this car exists. But it's a road car. This is what makes this car special. This is rare nowadays. And you can feel it through your fingertips. You can feel it when you're driving. The smile hasn't come off my face all day. This is a magic car. I absolutely love it. Toyota have just, you wait. I'll tell you what, you wait. You think you've seen, oh man. I'd buy one of these right now. If you've got the means to and the money to, I would buy one of these right now. In fact, if you've got the money for two, buy one to enjoy and one to tuck away. Because I think these are going to be one of those cars in 15, 20 years will be a hero car for a long time. And I just think it's magic. It's just magic. I'm so grateful as a car guy, as a car enthusiast, that there is a car manufacturer out there still doing this. That they're still being a little bit ridiculous. They're still going, right, what does not fit the general market? What can we make for those people that love driving, that love cars? And they've made it. And it's perfect. Apart from that screen, if that was twisted a little bit more, then it would be absolutely perfect. It's magic. I forgot to tell you, it's a traditional manual gearbox. It's got a manual. We've got 3 pedals, baby. Oh. This is everything I've ever wanted in a car. I love hot hatches, manual gearbox, fast, potent little engine, makes cool noises. Puts a smile on your face. What more would you want, man? And it's a Toyota, so it's gonna be the most reliable thing in the world. Like, why have we not even said that? It's a Toyota, it's gonna literally go forever. The apocalypse will happen, and all that will be left is cockroaches and Toyotas. That's it. Insane. I've just got back to where I have to leave the car for Toyota, and to say I'm sad that I've got to give these keys back is an understatement. I've bonded with this car today. There's nothing like it on the road that's for sale in the modern world, in my opinion. This is a magical little car, and I highly recommend, if you can afford one, to go and buy one immediately, because they're only going to be going up in value once the initial dip happens. So this car gets a thumbs up from me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit different to my usual stuff, but it's not every day that a car manufacturer invites you down to drive a pre-production. Well, this is a production car, but they don't invite me down to do this stuff very often, so I'm taking this, and hopefully you've had a great time. Please make sure you subscribe. That would mean a lot. What a cool car. It's sick. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, leave me a comment down below. Let me know. And let me know you're going to get one, because I know a few of you are. You've already told me. I'm very jealous. Right, see you later, guys. Peace.